Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And your other host, Justin.
So, it got cold.
It got real cold.
It got wet.
That cold front rolled right up on us.
We're desert-dwelling folks. And now suddenly we're in episode 2 of Mandalorian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because this is also a different time for us. We usually do the cast on Thursdays, but... Jobs decided to be a little bit sticklers and say, hey, let's go ahead and change someone's schedule.
Oh, and just in case anyone ends up wondering, I'm still nerdy under here.
Oh, yeah.
Stipple.
So Sundays are going to be our new podcast times. Apologies.
I'm accepting of change. I'm accepting of the new time because the way I'm looking at it is now we're no longer on the same night as
Critical
Role, which is good. And I think we're just late enough that we're not fighting with the Simpsons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm accepting of this change, too.
Yeah.
Like, now thinking about it, it's like we are literally at the same exact time as Critical Role. That's bad.
Yeah.
Like, trying to fight for...
Well, I figured,
things, but I'm glad that...
anyone that listens to the podcast version of that, we were good there. And anyone that anyone that's like not into D&D, weird that they're into the show and not into D&D, but it's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
I'm welcoming of the new time. We're gonna make it work, and we're gonna keep you guys updated if there's any other changes. But we put some posts out there. Hopefully, it was enough to warn everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a lot more frequent on Twitter. I've been posting a lot more memes and all that nonsense, but like I've been more active. I've been more forward. I mean, sure, it's been a week and a half. It hasn't been too long. We missed you.
Yeah.
But let's get right to it.
Feels a little weird. You know what? While I'll talk about mine, can you pull up Geek Grain? That's one thing we didn't bring up.
That's right, because they have something new.
They got a couple new things. So while he's getting that ready, I'll tell you what I'm drinking today. I decided to go with the K-Cup, and I decided to go Kroger brand. So I went to Smith's and got this. So it's actually a Kroger brand French roast. I tried it black. It was okay. I'm not gonna drink a lot of it black, but
as for me, I'm glad Quincy picked this up because he also picked this up, and I've been having a little bit of stomach issue, nothing major, of course,
which I did not know.
Which he did not know,
worked out
but I was like, hey, a mango ginger. It doesn't state which tea, which I think it's just a fruit blend tea, and it's by the brand Yogi.
Is it
Yogi? I think it's like an either an oolong or a.
It says it's an herbal supplement and it's caffeine free. So.
No, it's a Rubus. I think it tastes like a Rubus.
Yep, Rubus.
That is actually really good.
Look at you drinking enough tea now that you know like the different teas when you try them. Getting fancy.
I'm actually really shocked I got that.
Yeah, so it says
I doubled up on this and I can taste it. It is really good.
We need the warmth in this room too.
Oh yeah, it's super chill up here. Like I was actually like, do we need the fan on? I mean, we'll have code PC on.
I'm going to warm up that room. So yeah, it's got organic ginger root, organic cinnamon bark, organic rooibos leaf, organic mango flavor.
I can taste a little bit of that mango. It's not strong, but it is there.
It's got licorice root. Fennel seed, which is also licorice.
Okay, hold on. Licorice root actually is a good additive. On its own, bad. With things, it'll probably be good. I guarantee you've had something that had licorice root in it that you didn't expect. Do you like Dr. Pepper?
I know it's got licorice.
Okay, then fuck you.
But yes, I do like Dr. Pepper. I don't taste the licorice in that, though. Lauren says she does, and so she prefers cherry or the cream soda over the regular Dr. Pepper. And then it's also got passion fruit flavor.
I don't taste that.
Cardamom pod, and then just straight up mango. That actually flew pretty well.
That actually got pretty good.
I got some air.
Having a retaste, yeah, I'm trying to go for specifically like the passion fruit or even straight up mango. All I'm getting is cinnamon rubus.
There was one I almost got you, and I wasn't sure if you would like it, but it was an energy one. I was like, he needs energy.
I do.
But it's like a chai spice type of thing.
I can about chai.
Okay, so
it's just I need milk with chai.
We'll look at. There's always milk in this house.
I know, but I'm just saying.
We'll try that one for you next time.
But speaking of coffee,
on over to these guys.
So, literally released on the day that we were supposed to cast last week.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, this week too. Well, I guess that depends because it's Sunday. Some people consider that the start of the next week. I think it's part of the weekend still.
Yeah. Okay. Even still, on the day that we were supposed to cast,
Thursday.
On Thursday, this dropped. Silent Night eggnog and gingerbread flavored coffee. It will be shipping out the 3rd week of November, so it'll be from I think it said the 15th. I think it actually goes straight into the 15th. Yep, straight into the 15th. I say as I look at this calendar that you guys can't see. I like eggnog. I like gingerbread. Do you think I might like this?
Have you had the eggnog latte from Starbucks?
No,
we're gonna try that one of these times.
The only thing I go into Starbucks for is a green tea frappuccino with caramel.
No, we're gonna try the eggnog one of these times.
Okay.
I've already had 2. They've only been out since Friday.
I've only had 2 today.
No, you might like this. I've never had an eggnog ground, like a ground that's like made to flavor like eggnog. I've had eggnog added to coffee, so this is gonna be interesting. I do plan on trying this. I think there's something else new too, isn't there?
No, that was the only thing that
was that the only one?
There's new boxes.
Oh, okay.
Which include all of these.
Yeah.
Samplers,
No. Okay.
but...
Yeah. So just the one. I mean, holiday season's still new, so they might come out with more. But yeah, we plan on ordering that one. If anyone wants to try this or any of the others, and I do intend to still do Dawn Patrol and Legend Lock, or Legend of the Lock. Anyone that wants to try these, you just use our link in our description, or you can use our discount code, or you can use both. The discount code is always great to have though, which is hashtag JustH20. That's JUSTH20.
No hash. I don't know.
Why did I say hash?
I don't know. But
yeah,
even
no
still,
hashtag. I've been tweeting too much.
We both have been tweeting,
and I've been Instagramming too much because I had to Instagram the show, and I got yelled at by the person that runs our Instagram that I don't do enough hashtags whenever I tweet a new episode.
Yeah, because I also need to start doing that.
Apparently, you have to do like the variation. So like I was doing hashtag pop culture. Apparently, I have to do hashtag pop culture and hashtag pop culture podcast. Because people are going to find it.
And then hashtag podcast. And then hashtag.
Hashtag. And then hashtag hash browns.
Hashtag Hoshentagen.
Hogging us.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, sorry. Let me say that discount code again because I'm an idiot. Just H20. JUSTH20.
That's 20% off your that's 20% off your order.
Yeah.
And that's getting you good coffee. And we would like to thank those who have purchased and are going to purchase, because you guys have actually been doing really good at supporting this.
Yeah.
Because this also supports us. That 20% that you're saving goes to us. Well, in a sense.
Kind of.
There's you guys get the deals while we get a commission on top of that.
We get support and love.
Yes. And you guys get really good coffee.
That too. I've got the last of the Black Cat Witch's Brew in the coffee grinder right now, and it's one of those things where it's like, do I hit the button and use the last of it, or do I wait? Do I hit the you know, I'm kind of like ugh.
I mean, this is a limited edition, and it's probably gonna run out soon.
Yeah.
Like, is it sold out?
I think they ran out of the big bag. The 12 ounce, yeah, the 12 ounce is sold out.
12 ounce sold out.
Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, they ran out of the small bag. Interesting. Yeah. How does that work? Just cut open some of the big bags and fill up small bags.
Well, if they're already prepackaged, they don't want to open it.
True.
But even still, glad that they still have the 5 pound.
Yeah.
Get it quick, because their last limited edition before this one, gone.
Yeah.
The one that's still around that I've noticed is their Goblin Gulp.
Well, I don't think Goblin Gulp's limited anymore.
You think that it's just there all day?
Yeah, it doesn't say limited anymore.
Oh, it doesn't.
That one I think sold well enough that they decided to bring it back, and then it stayed. Plus, they ended up redoing the deal with Pathfinder because they brought in 2 other Pathfinders.
That's right, the Cadence Cup and I don't remember the other one. Dark Harvest.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and enough paying the bills. Last week we watched 2 horror movies. American Werewolf in London was the first one.
Yep. And the second one was The Howling.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, American Werewolf in London, 1981, same year as The Howling. Same visual director. No, I keep saying visual director. No, same
special effects
person.
Now I have a correction from last episode. I said that I thought The Howling released late compared to this one. Howling actually came out several months before this one.
Mm.
So that's the correction on my part.
Mm. Well, I mean, I'm glad that we got this correction out. But then again, I don't think it's too bad of an oversight. So
no, I mean, American Werewolf in London made bigger waves. I think that's why my confusion hit.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think of the effects?
The effects of American Werewolf in London, amazing. Story, amazing. It kept a nice ebb and flow. There's no negativity. Well, reiteration, very minimal negativity. It's one of those forward motions,
Mm-hmm.
Of here's what the problem is. Here's how the problem got solved. The problem's still not solved because, there's underlying things. And then there's a whole mishmash.
Yeah.
And with that mishmash is the conflict, the what do they call it? What do they call it?
I don't.
When it reaches a high point.
Oh, now you broke my brain.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
But even still, I like the first movie. First movie is great.
Now, before we move on to the second one, a few things with the first one.
Okay.
Director looks at it as a comedy. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it does have humorous scenes, and I mean, it is London in a strange...
How about the adult theater scene? How about what they were watching at the adult theater? How's that?
Okay, I will admit that was funny. That was actually truly...
It was a weird moment of wait a minute, what is going on?
I thought I told you not to do that anymore.
I don't
know you. Oh, I'm sorry. And walks out of the room. And I'm just like, if a shirtless dude comes in kicking down a door...
No, it's worse than that. Shirtless dude kicks down the door. Goes, would I tell you about this? And the lady responds with I said I wouldn't do it anymore, or something along those lines. Or she says something like that. And then he goes, not you, him. And then, I don't even know you. Oh, sorry. And walks out. This is moments before the werewolf eats a bunch of people.
And well, no, just before, as he's changing, then there's that scene of her picking up the phone and going, hello? Oh, I'm afraid you have the wrong number. And it's like...
Okay.
Where?
How about the end of the movie where sad scene, character death, yada, yada, yada. And then that rendition of Blue Moon that's like the goofy, almost trash man, surf and bird style beginning, yakety yak type of thing beginning to the song just immediately kicks in. Do you see where the director's like, it's a comedy
for family?
Oh, I don't think he never said family.
No, of course not. No. Neutral. It didn't pull away from the movie. The way that they kept this movie going was the amazing acting by everybody. There was no trying with any of them. There was just them doing what they were told to do. They did it. Anything that was a little outrageous, such as when main character found out that he was a werewolf and he's like, I need to be arrested. I need to be locked up. I'm the one who killed those people. And then the Bobby's like, what? No, Get out of here. You're creating a scene. Go away. He's like, but you're going to arrest me, right? No. And then he's like, fine. I'm just going to keep yelling about it. I'll arrest you. Are you really? No.
It says that you can watch on Hulu. I don't know if that's where we watched it. Was it? I don't remember where we watched it.
Either that or Shudder.
That wasn't Shudder.
Wasn't Shudder?
But now, how about the deterioration of
Amazon Prime?
Oh, it was Prime. How about the deterioration of the friend throughout the episode? Not throughout the episode, throughout the movie.
Oh, the
effects.
Oh god, they were amazing.
And then the transformation scene.
Transformation scene was really good.
It goes down as the most painful looking werewolf transformation scene in any film.
You're going from a human to going to a 10-foot tall lycanthrope.
Yep.
Which is amazing.
Big
and the
fingers.
way that, the fingers just cracking the knuckles, just him
stretching.
Just going. All the spine pieces popping out. God, it's so good.
So now we're at a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 87 on Rotten Tomatoes, 55 on Metacritic, which I think is real low, and 93 from the Google users. Where are you putting this?
I'll put it at I'll say right between Rotten Tomatoes and Google at 90, firm 90.
I put it around 90 too.
It's really good. I love this movie. If I saw it on and in passing, I'd keep it on. It is a really good.
I'm glad we found one that you're liking so much.
Yeah. But alas, I cannot say the same for the second. But first, before I get over to that, I want to take a look at users
like it better.
Oh yeah,
Metacritic's critics are.
Well, then again, it's only 15 of them. Yeah. But I'm curious to see why it's so low. So
I'm also curious to see when these were done. A lot of these started out high.
Yeah, but then again, a real low can knock it down.
Let's see.
John Landis must have entertained greater aspirations for his new movie, An American Werewolf in London, than the dismaying results he is stuck with. A wasted, clever title and a minor fiasco, destined for an obscure niche in the scrap heap of horror movies. I don't believe that.
So this right here tells me scrap heap of horror movies. This is a guy that just doesn't like horror movies.
Either that, or he actually saw this as a comedy in a room full of comedies and said, it's supposed to be funny, but why is it acting all gory?
Yeah, could be.
But don't. What? And then the last one from Dave Keir is at 30%. It's a failure, less because the odd stylistic mix doesn't take. It does from time to time and to striking effect, than because Landis hasn't bothered to put his story in any kind of satisfying shape.
It had a beginning, a middle, and an
end. It did. It was a little all over the place because of the character and how you're supposed to feel for him, because he's not supposed to be, I'm a werewolf, I have to kind of get used to it. It's I'm a werewolf, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what to do with that.
My friend died, and I'm told that it was a guy who mugged me, but I know what I saw, I think. Mm-hmm. And then he begins to devolve. He begins to actually melt down. Hey, thank you for the follow, don't drop. And he began to devolve and just devolve. And then with his devolution, he saw his friend going, hey, I visited your old ex-girlfriend. And he's like, oh, how's she doing? And he just has a conversation with his dead friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, as soon as they went to your funeral and went to your who you thought was your friend, jumped his bones, and he's like, oh well, he came to grips with that dead. A lot quicker than his friend, but he's like, hey, went to his own funeral to go jump his friend's bones, and it's just like. It didn't help the story any, but it was good
dialogue. It was good to show.
It was a devolution.
A place for the character.
Yeah, and it was, as I said, that devolution of where he's just how do I project? Oh, I can't project. Okay, how do you keep yourself sane? You really can't.
Mm-hmm.
You are now crazy. Enjoy.
Yeah.
So this one is my favorite of the two by far.
Yeah. Now we want to do the second one because of how it was connected, same year, the effects and whatnot. I don't remember this movie being the slow burn that it was.
It wasn't even just a slow burn. It was all over the place in a negative way. It had too many characters that it wanted you to keep a track of, and then with those you were trying to keep a track of, it tried to throw you off their trail.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I like D. Wallace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right here, right in the middle. When D. Wallace handles her situation where she's I'm gonna play a hero and lure out this mysterious gentleman who is, doing a lot of creepy stuff to a lot. I will be the first to take a step forward and hopefully, get him caught.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's great. That's a good start. That's a really good start. And then you find out that, he's gonna meet her in a sex emporium. I don't know, a sex shop, arcade. I don't know what they really call those.
I think arcade.
Exhibition.
Yeah, something like that. We live in the town of them.
But even still,
Yeah, it was something along those lines. It was like a sex shop with an arcade type thing going on.
And, he's like, here, I'll show you this. And then all of a sudden, she has to turn around to face him. And he's mid-transformation, I guess. And it causes her to become traumatized by that transformation. Mm-hmm. It's mentioned twice later on, but that's it.
Yeah.
It gets glossed heavily over.
I think it does well in certain parts of it shows the lengths she's willing to go to warn the people and whatnot with the ending of the film and try to protect people and whatnot. But it also does the things are so hopeless at the end type of thing also. Like the ending really kind of fights itself. The effects are still good.
Effects are okay.
The transformation scene I thought was pretty good. It's not the transformation scene from the first one.
God, no. It was much slower and much more weirder because it's supposed to be you're pinning down your prey, and I have to have this. I think it was maybe like 5 minutes of transformation.
It was this weird break in it.
And I'm like, if it was him in a room alone doing that, not a problem. But it's like you're having your quarry, going. Oh no! And it's like,
I think the reason why the transformation scene in this one does suffer is because it is put in that spot of like, but shit's going down. Why are you transforming right now? But at the same time, there's this weird thing of what is a werewolf movie that doesn't have a transformation scene? You have to have a transformation scene. They just picked a really bad spot for it.
Yes, and they picked a lot of bad spots for a lot of bad things.
But what did you think of the scene though when she is looking through the filing cabinet? That scene is one of the scenes that's like the most talked about from this film.
The filing cabinet?
Mm-hmm. In the office.
Oh, okay. It took me a moment to recollect because this movie, not that memorable. I can remember most of An American Werewolf.
Yeah.
The only scene I remember was them being burned in the barn.
Like a barn. Yeah.
The police officer with the shotgun taking 2 to the chest when he was being shot by a bolt-action rifle.
Yeah, that part was kind of funny.
Yeah,
because they're like, I think I made a commentary. I was like, oh, the magic bullet.
Yeah, because it was a guy with a bolt-action hunting rifle with
while driving.
No, he got out.
Oh, he did get out.
Yeah,
because the windshield was shot.
But it's a bolt-action, so it should be bang, clink, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Not bang, bang.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah, but I don't know. But going back to that scene, it was good. It had good pacing, but I was already way out of it.
Yeah.
I think I was out of it when she was putting together the pieces and being like, this painting matches this scene. Huh, I seem to be standing in that exact same spot. I was like,
it definitely has pacing issues.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to understand that a person standing in the same spot, looking at a picture that someone drew, and going, I figured it out, is beyond, and doing this because they're going to vacation. Mm-hmm. So the odds of that are even more exponential.
How about the guy that loses his shit at the beginning? That's like, you have to kill me. You have to let me burn. Only for him to not want to die 15 minutes later in the film.
I think it's one of those things of I want to die because I'm tired of this curse, but then it's like, hold on, we can keep our lineage going. And I think it might have been one of those off-screen things of, hold on, Kurt, we can fix this.
Now what I love about the ratings here is they're all pretty much the same for him except for Google users, but they're all lower than the previous film, except Metacritic. Metacritic went up on this one by a good 10%.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's fallen in the 60s.
I'd throw it at 60.
Yeah.
A firm 60. I'd go under. I would say at a firm 60.
Okay.
If I saw this on, I'd probably watch a couple scenes and then move away. I don't think I would stick around for this one.
Now,
because, I mean, ever since maybe a quarter way through the movie, I just started memeing.
If I remember correctly, can you pull up Dee Wallace real quick? I want to make sure I'm right on this.
Oh, let me just do this because this makes it easier. Boop, boop, and then
I'm
boop.
pretty sure I'm right on this. Yeah. Okay. Dee Wallace, stuck in a car as a dog tries to get her because a wolf's practically a dog. Sounds a lot like that other Dee Wallace movie, Cujo.
Was she in Cujo?
Yeah, she's the mom in Cujo.
Wow. She just does not have a good day.
No. Yep, there you go. There's Cujo image right there. I'm not of the dog, but of her and the boy.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it's kind of funny where it's like, Dee Wallace in a car, dog trying to get her. So those were last week's movies. This week we figured we would take the change to do something we've been kind of putting off. Now, we normally try to pair up the movies.
But this one's big enough to be
practically 2 movies. We're going to do The Irishman by Scorsese. It's got De Niro.
Francis Coppola, right?
Of him, yes.
Okay.
Not
I was just curious.
And his grandson.
Yes. I was just curious if you.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
Godfather.
Yeah. I bought his wine.
Grandson would be one Nicolas Cage.
That is correct. Okay. Go ahead. Continue as you were saying with the Englishman.
So The Irishman.
Irishman.
So this movie is, I don't know. This movie is what, 3 hours? What did we figure out? 3 hours 35. Scorsese's film, 3 hours 30.
Ooh.
Scorsese's film on Netflix with De Niro, Pesci.
Pacino? Is Pacino in it?
I don't think Pacino made it in this one. Oh yeah, there he is. Okay. And Pacino. And it's about the guy that thinks he might have been involved with the disappearance of Hoffa. Some people a little closer to the situation are pretty sure this isn't true.
But then again, it's supposed to be entertaining.
Yeah.
So you got to figure a little bit of leeway, a little bit.
Yeah. Also, just to see Pesci back on screen, like that's a big thing for me.
My mom's ex-boyfriend, not going into names.
Joe Pesci.
Knew Pesci
okay.
and had a lot give and take during the filming of we just talked about Lethal Weapon.
Oh, Lethal Weapon.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Casino because that was actually filmed out here.
No. Lethal Weapon 4 and was the one who I all rumors still was the one who gave him the okay line.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for this one, but the problem is with it being 3 hours or 3:30, we can't do this with another film. It's kind of like if we tried to do Casino, which is 2:58.
Yeah, it's one.
Yeah,
one.
So like it's one this time.
Yeah, and I mean, 3.5 hours. Whoa.
Yeah, there would definitely be a bathroom break, most likely.
Yeah.
Although we did Captain Marvel, broke for hot dogs, and then went back into the theater.
I went to the restroom.
Oh yeah, right. Went to the restroom, and then went back into the theater for Endgame. So I mean, we can handle shit.
It's just
stop scrolling before you get spoilers.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm excited for this one though.
I am excited for this one too. I've been also trying to figure out a time to look at it because I also knew about its runtime. So this is a fair one.
Now let's go ahead and move on to some
hold
news.
on.
No, hold on.
Hold on.
What are we holding on for?
So last week I got you a little bit of a spooky treat.
Dear Lord, if it's gross again.
Well, dear Lord, it is.
What is this? Gummy candy blocks, haunted house fruit flavors, artificial flavored, grape, orange, and apple.
It's a gingerbread house, Lego-ish with, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want you to try them, and yeah, it's not great.
Okay, I'll try them, and then I'll probably end up building it and putting it on Instagram. But I'll try a couple.
Let's go with one of the. Now, what really got me was I was like, gummy. Okay, it's gummy. I can handle.
Have you had any of the Tootsie Rolls from this year's batch that we bought?
Yeah, why?
I don't know what it is about them. They're hard as hell.
Okay, what I do is I leave them in any sort of bag and I sit on them.
I shouldn't have to do that.
Oh, you shouldn't have to, but it's.
I don't like the way it smells.
But wait till you put it in your mouth.
Can't say it that way.
Yeah.
That's a weird consistency.
Oh, yeah. But wait till the flavor kicks in. I am not a fan of these at all.
Then why did you eat one?
I ate the smallest one, but I mean, I may not be a fan, but I'll still eat them.
It's not great.
Oh, no. Oh.
But it's nothing compared to the...
These are the bad ones.
Oh, the grape's the bad one?
Oh, yeah. These I refuse.
But grape candy's supposed to be great. I'll try it.
Maybe I got a bad batch, but I'm actually super...
Can you cut that open?
Yeah, sir. Oh, right here's the tear area.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a specific tear.
Yeah. I'll try another little small bit.
Is this gonna be a thing? You make me eat nasty crap on the show?
I can do that. I mean, I have a whole bunch of things that I can bring from
I'm taking a small one.
Small areas. Yeah, I can.
It's got like a.
Oh, it didn't get cut proper. It's
So
like a dingleberry. Okay, I got a bad batch. I got a real bad batch because
it's all warped.
Yeah, it's a little.
Okay.
It's a little special. Okay.
That immediately had like the. We're not cough syrup, but damn, are we close?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a bad batch because that's aeons better than what I had.
It's still not great.
Oh no.
But it's edible.
Yeah, and you got to figure it has to have this consistency and this texture in order to be structurally sound.
Yeah. Did it come with the actual little bone candies and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are cute. Probably just little sugar candies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll build that later.
Very flavorless, but still, I just wanted you to try
you know
them
what?
out.
This can perfectly pair into our first section of news.
Oh!
The fact that I had to do it that way.
Well, I mean, I guess. I was just curious as to why you were saying this pairs, because I'm like...
No, not that. The thing next to that.
Oh, the other.
Now do you understand?
Now I do.
Okay.
Sometimes we use our big boy words.
We pulled this one from Top Gear, this image from Top Gear, just because we loved the fact that Top Gear actually went, we're going to do a story on Legos. So the Ghostbusters Afterlife Ecto 1. Big whiff of it.
Smell it. That's weird.
Smells like gummies.
I mean, to you?
I mean, not like if I went and bought like Mott's fruit gummies or something. But...
Or Haribo.
Yeah. So we went with Top Gear just because we love the fact that a legitimate like car thing was doing Legos. But I did just realize we're spoiling again with the bars.
Nope, it's not all the way up there. It stops right here. Okay. I got this.
Huh? So this is the Afterlife Ghostbusters. The main difference being the fact that it's got the chips of like rust and whatnot. So this car is technically a 1959 Cadillac Miller Metro ambulance. So it will have the new gunner seat, moving ghost sniffer. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Is that thing? I think. Okay.
Oh.
Let's see. The moving ghost sniffer, a wheeled ghost trap, and more. I'm assuming it'll probably come with some of the characters and whatnot. And they're running this one about $199.99. This is also kind of coming out in the same the same run as the Aston Martin DB5 that they're doing. Afterlife has been moved back to June 11th, 2021, but I do believe this will be out just in time for the holidays at 2,352 pieces.
That's nice. To those who have been in the chat, we have not had chat access for some ungodly reason. I'm going to get that working up right now. I do apologize.
Way to go, breaking the chat.
I thought it was... Because when it was like, you know, what... Hi, Socks. Yeah, let me go ahead and pop this out and throw it over here.
Our whole thingy here is not doing anything.
It is not. So I'm just going to pop this out and move it over here.
I thought it was unusually quiet.
Yeah. Okay. So Socks had mentioned it's a fun holiday activity. You are correct. Let me go ahead and switch this scene back and then put... Oh, man. There we go. Put the chat back.
Okay. Oh, is all of our pages going to be zoomed in now?
Nope. Just this.
Okay. Just because I noticed the Ecto was zoomed in.
No, it's not.
Okay. It measures 8 inches high and 18 inches long and 6 inches wide.
That's actually pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually... Okay. I mean, yeah, 2,000 pieces. I was, like, thinking about it.
November 15th. There we go. That's release date for this. I knew I had it. So it will be in time for the holidays.
Your comment might have popped up, but here's the thing. When we're running it through OBS, that whole side is for chat, and nothing came up. And not even the thing saying, hey, we're live and all this.
Yep. So
we do... As I said, we apologize. I
just thought you guys didn't want to talk to us.
Yeah. I mean, we're straight lining it, but...
Yell at us now. We'll take a second.
Yes.
I'm going to keep talking because it's a podcast.
Yes.
The only thing I think it would make this better is if they found a way to make it light up and make it make the sounds.
Yeah, I would love the sounds if it had the sounds.
Yeah. I know that some people have done like you can wire things into Legos and whatnot. I'm not going through all that mess. If it doesn't come in the box, I'm not gonna fight with it. Oh, Liquid says he always wants to talk to us with a little heart. That's it. I'm getting rid of him. No.
Come here, nerd.
What was the last Lego set you bought?
The last Lego set I
Other
bought...
than those gummies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're not Lego brand.
They're not Lego brand. But the last Lego thing I bought, I believe, was the... I think it was the Marvel... It was...
The Hulkbuster?
I think it was the Hulkbuster.
Okay.
And I put together half of it, and then it just disappeared.
I have it in a box around here.
I think I got mad and threw it away.
Somewhere around here I have the DeLorean. But my last purchase was our figures.
Wait, isn't the DeLorean downstairs?
No.
No? Okay.
But the last thing I bought was our figures. We went to the Lego store, me, him, and Lauren, and built our actual figures. What'd you break?
The chair.
Okay, switch chairs. I will fix that later. Good thing I took wood shop.
Yeah, it's coming off that.
Yeah, I'll fix it later.
Oh, yeah, that's coming off.
We have backup chairs.
Yeah, we got backup chairs.
Legos is so expensive nowadays. Yeah, they are. Like I said, this one's I think running about $2. I do know that they have like a membership, not like a membership thing, but like a reward program now. And so that you get, was that one broken too?
I can make it work.
Okay. Oh, there's a third chair, but it's not up here. We got that chair, but you'd be sitting low to the ground. Yeah, just don't lean back in it.
Yeah, I'm only back in it. But...
Eventually, people will buy enough coffee that we can,
I'm trying to remember. I think mine's the one that's scared with the axe.
Yeah, I think that.
And then Lauren, and then you're the one with the sword.
Yeah. Eventually, people buy enough coffee and we can get you a nice chair. Those are little figures. The thing that sucks about these is you have to do 3 at a time.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can do 1. It's just cost.
No,
more.
They don't sell the singles. You have to buy them in 3s.
Really?
Yep. Because I tried to do a single, I think the year before, and they wouldn't let me buy it. Now you're gonna lean back. There you go. He's gonna break another chair. All right. When you sit back down, we'll move on to the next thing. Well, we can move on to what you thought before.
Okay. I love Outrun.
I never played it.
Okay, wait. Okay. You have the Yakuza series, right?
Yes.
You have Yakuza 1. It is in Yakuza 1. You can play it through Yakuza 1.
Sega within Sega.
Yeah, that's actually they also have Virtual Fighter 3, Virtual Fighter 2, and then they have the UFO catcher machines.
So we've talked about Arcade 1-Up before.
Mm-hmm.
They have plenty of cool machines, and this is one of the newest.
Their last really cool one, I think, was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade.
Ninja Turtles. This one's already sold out.
Yeah, people love Arcade 1-Up. They are big on this.
It does say notify me, so I'm assuming they'll notify you if you can. So this product is currently unavailable. Yeah, and they'll let you know.
Text.
Yeah, they'll let you know if it comes back available. The price for this for the pre-order was sitting at $499.99. Kind of pricey.
But fair.
I would have preferred it to have an actual seat rather than just the bench. But I won't be picky. Because you're getting arcade machines in your house. So it includes Outrun, Turbo Outrun, Outrunners, and Power Drift. I've never played any of those.
I've done Outrun and Outrunners, but never Power Drift or the other one. But I love it. The fact that it's got
the shift, the brakes,
shifter, the brakes. It has the original paneling. It looks so good.
Sock says Segaception. I'm gonna make a video game and I'm gonna make him hum all the music like
that's fine.
That's not even humming. It's just D sounds. Yeah.
But I loved Outrun. And I'm glad to see that it's getting some love in today's times. I wonder if they have any new ones aside from. Oh, they got Golden Axe. Ooh, Golden Axe Arcade is boss.
I still feel like the X-Men Street Fighter one. That's a big one. The Miss Pac-Man, that's a good one.
Burger Time is okay. I don't like Burger Time personally, but
I don't really remember Burger Time.
You don't remember Burger Time?
Not really, no.
Well, it also comes with other things. It comes with Eye
of the Tiger.
What? No, that's the.
Oh, that's the song.
Yeah,
okay.
Things that were released. Burger Time, Karate Champ, Bad Dudes, and Caveman Ninja.
All right.
I mean, I
Liquid
played
says
it.
Burger Time was great.
I played it. My uncle played it. Your girlfriend's father played it.
It's the weirdest way to do that.
Yeah, it's the best way to really relevate.
Yeah, true. And then Socks also says I would buy that video game.
Yeah.
It's not a bad arcade. My complaint still is the size of the machines. I don't want to feel like I suddenly talked to the fortune teller and became big.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like for the arcade machine to still feel like an arcade machine.
Oh, what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Where's the Twitter? There's the Twitter.
Why are we doing this?
Because I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Is that a bad thing?
Oh, you want to talk about a specific thing. Gotcha.
Yes.
I mean, I had the list. That's why I was confused.
Oh.
Back to news. Our chat's gone.
I'm working on it.
There we go.
So, seeing as Thursday is usually when Game Pass gets updated, didn't get to talk about it then, but I'm glad I was able to play something then. I love Celeste. Celeste is probably one of my favorite little platformers.
Does she know? It's a name.
I know.
Okay.
I love Celeste. It is a marvelous platforming. I have never had such tight controls. Beautiful soundtrack. If you want to listen to this soundtrack, I recommend it on its own. There is nothing bad with it. Deep Rock Galactic, I took a quick peek at. I'm not a big fan of.
It looks interesting.
There are other games of its style that I prefer.
You're space dwarves going and mining and fighting shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I like it, but not so much.
And then
E-Shade I didn't take a look at all, so that's my fault. Knights and Bikes, I believe, was just a nice little relax game. Let's find out.
I looked a little bit east. I didn't get any story from the images they were putting out there and whatnot. I will say the landscape looks freaking beautiful in it. This one feels very. How do I put this? Reminds me kind of like Scribblenauts with like that goofy, we're gonna make things weird just to be weird style. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a goose. Automatically 10 out of 10.
Automatically 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh, kids are being evicted.
Yeah. And then destruction of things, and then strange ghosts, and it's very beautiful art style. I do like this kind of art style. And then,
but again, like, what the hell is the game?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's a little bit of a puzzle-ish.
And bike upgradings. Okay.
And then E-Shade.
Interesting.
I don't care about that. No, get out of here.
Yeah, like I said, the landscape in this looked freaking amazing. But I didn't really get much of like what's going on.
No.
So,
I know what this game is. You're an artist that's trying to you're trying to figure out inspiration, and you just go around talking to random things because you just got washed up on shore, and so you're like, well, I guess, yeah, you're a freelance painter that's just trying to figure out what you want to do, and then you're like, I guess I could paint this, and everyone's
Monkey Man.
Yeah, I mean, there's one true Monkey Man, and he's in Innsmouth. It reminds me of Oblivion in a sense. Where you wander about and you talk with people and you have a communal, and sure, you can go and fight stuff, but
I don't know if you can do that in this.
No, no. But I'm just saying that you can actually beat Oblivion without striking anybody at all.
What about the rats at the beginning?
You can walk past them.
No, okay.
Yeah, you don't need to bring out any.
Wait,
Oblivion? No, you start on the boat.
Oh, I think I'm thinking Morrowind.
Yeah, Morrowind you start underneath. No, other way around. Morrowind you start on the boat. Oblivion you start.
Okay, so
you were right. It's Morrowind that I was thinking of. Morrowind you don't need to fight anybody.
So then you just like kind of screen capture and it makes a painting.
Kind of. It's so
interesting,
strange.
And then the last one was Comanche, right?
Yeah.
Helicopter game.
It's for PC only, but then again, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
More stuff for everything is always good.
Now we do have a coming soon section. We're getting the Explorers edition of Ark Survival.
Cool.
We are getting the Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of. It cuts it off. I don't know the full name of that game.
What's it?
Dragon Quest 11. It says S Echoes of and it cuts it off. The damn app doesn't like let you expand the titles.
Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of an Elusive Age.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, it stopped it at Elusive.
Elusive.
And then one of them leads us to another news story. The Medium. It's in the coming soon section on here, but I've got a news article for it.
But you said but.
I'll push you over. All right, Medium has been delayed. Did we pull the photo for Medium? We did. The game with the creepy, crawly hand, almost xenomorph things on the lady's face.
Diggy DeFecy.
Or guy's face, I'm not sure.
I just want a bigger image.
There you go. It kind of looks like a little xenomorphy.
Little hug face.
Sock says rats are the rats, to be honest. No, true pacifist run. You can't kill anything. I'm not wrong.
No.
So it's been delayed to January 28th, 2021. So it's still technically coming soon.
I'm not mad. With this one, this is their first pushback. The game already looks great. I got no problem with it.
So it's due to the virus, but there's also a theory that it's due to Cyberpunk being pushed back to December 10th, which was right within this thing's release date.
Ooh.
So they chose to push back by a month to probably save themselves a little bit of a hard hit.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's so far the first game that's pushed back in that release date. Everspace 2 and Path of Exile endgame expansion is still set for that release despite Cyberpunk.
I don't really care much for Path of Exile kind of needs it because they're a free to play that kind of needs the player base. As for Everspace, Everspace is fun in its own right. I think that anyone who's wanting Cyberpunk is going to go for Cyberpunk. Anyone who wants Everspace is going to go for Everspace. I don't see a problem with them.
You don't think there's people who would want both?
Well,
and
that
then
too.
Choose Cyberpunk over it, so it's eating away at Everspace's sales. That's the point.
That's the point. But I think that if you're gonna buy both, you're gonna buy both. If you're gonna buy one, you're gonna buy one.
Also, the holidays, people are gonna buy multiple games.
Oh yes.
So
because this time next week, I'll hopefully have a Xbox Series X in my possession.
We're supposed to be going to pick that up on the 10th.
On the 10th.
Sock says that they hope the next game is called The Large. Good night, everybody. While we're on the delay train, let's talk about Control.
I don't want to talk about Control.
They were already kind of bitchy with the whole, we're not going to give you...
that's a small image.
That's fine. People know what Control looks like.
To preface on this, Control may have a delay, but at the same time, you can still launch the Xbox One version. And it's not going to be like the all-in-one version that everyone's expecting.
My issue with this is the people that already own the game don't get the up-rendered version. You have to be buying the Ultimate Edition to get the up-rendered Xbox version.
But you can still play the Xbox One version on it.
True.
And it runs just as good. So I have no problem with that, is what I'm saying.
They're saying early 2021. That's all they've given us.
Okay.
We don't know if that means January, if that means February. Hell, that could mean April, depending on their definition of early. They said that they want their actual quote is we want the final quality of the game to be awesome, and so we need a bit more time to work on it. Thank you for your understanding and patience.
Okay, I appreciate that, but at the same time, The game's already out. I'm okay with it. I haven't personally dug into it because I don't own it.
How much of a change can you really be bringing to the game, though? You know? It was just released. It hasn't been out that long.
Well, the other thing is the other DLC hasn't released yet, or the number 3? I know first 2 did.
Yeah, I think 3 is supposed to release with the Ultimate Edition, so I don't know if that means 3 is being delayed. That was their tweet. What I just read was their tweet.
Yeah, me and him don't really know, and we're not going to pretend to know. I like the look of Control. I just don't want to purchase it right now because there's other games I'm in right now. Sure, it could be on sale, but I just don't see a point for it. When I get the series, if it's on sale, I'll probably lean toward getting it. But as of right now, I see no point for it. I enjoy the names of the DLC, but as I said, as of right now,
I've heard good things, but I kind of feel like they got a big head real quick about their game.
Yeah,
because of the awards and whatnot. I mean, like they kind of reached a point of arrogance really quick.
I mean, if you want to run by that standard, what do you say about Spider-Man?
It still lost all those awards.
Wow.
To a game that won because a horse's testicles reacted to the weather.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
okay, fine. Other side of that story then. Red Dead.
It was enjoyable, but I think
you still think Rockstar is still overbloated?
A little bit.
Okay.
Although they did do something cool, which is the other news story.
Oh yeah.
Other.
I
like how they're all kind of playing each other so far.
Yeah.
Can't see that. There we go.
Oh.
Gamers find horse testicles more immersive, apparently. And take issues with puddles. There's a big thing about the puddles on Twitter back when the game came out.
Yeah. Ray tracing. That's all I have to say. Is you can change everything with a little bit of ray tracing, but
they straight up point out the fact that it was a different time in the game.
Yeah,
sun's in a different spot and everything. So, let's go ahead and move on to Rockstar then. Since we mentioned it.
Okay.
So, they're actually doing something nice for once. Oh wait, my horse started to change its sex more times than I've ever been able to count. Yeah, it seems to be a thing with it. Like they don't, I don't know why, but we can't seem to keep the same horses. There seems to be something different about them each time. But yeah, so Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead 2 will actually be backwards compatible. Which surprises me because they didn't do that for 5 when the 1 came out. They went, oh no, here's a whole different version. Oh, we know you already bought it for $60. Buy it again.
Yeah, but I'm actually curious to see how GTA 5 will run on the series. Considering you have a half a minute load time for Red Dead Redemption 2. I have not seen the load times, if any, for Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm super curious to know if it's just going to be, instantaneous. Because God knows when you're loading up online on GTA 5, you're like, I'm gonna go cook a meal, go to the bathroom, come back, get that meal, eat half of the meal.
I'm gonna use some kind of ancestry thing to find all my long lost dead relatives.
Right, and then meanwhile in the series, you got 30 seconds, so you maybe got enough time to throw it in the.
But Red Dead's just as bad with online.
You're right.
It's not. It's not
I'm just saying
GTA.
That going from this generation to the next generation.
Sometimes I feel like their servers are on dial-up.
You think so?
No, not really, but that's just how it feels.
Yeah, sometimes. But then, hopefully with the new generation, literally 31 seconds from point of startup to in-game for Red Dead Redemption 2 compared to 1:40 on the Xbox Series X. And I'm like, cutting it down a minute. A minute is actually a long time.
This is something where I want to see the time change.
Yes.
Normally with this, it's like, oh, why should I spend $700 to get a console and a game and a controller? Whole piece goes faster. Okay, but that game's already fast, so that doesn't matter. This is where you can talk to me about speed.
Okay.
Because the logins for these is fucking bullshit.
Okay.
This and Destiny 2.
Let's go with another one that I think makes it pretty drastic. 1:21 down to 25 seconds. Final Fantasy 15.
I mean, once I'm in the Final Fantasy 15 game, though, I don't have more.
You do. Well, you have very little.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Getting into the game a little faster, that's kind of nice. But, I mean, it's not really interrupting my game. This still has shitload screens once you're in the game, too.
You're right. Okay, I'll give you that. Over under, however, it still looks better because 4K native.
Mm-hmm. We'll get all that soon, too.
Oh, yes, we will. 120 frames if compatible.
Yeah.
If not, 60 frames is still good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never not gonna knock 60 frames. Anything going between 60 frames to 120, your screen isn't even gonna refresh that fast. I like it, but it's useless for right now.
Yeah.
I like
all this non 4K TV having motherfuckers.
But they're becoming more affordable. $229.
That was a Black Friday sale.
No, it's a monthly sale.
Well, they're doing Black Friday all month though because of the virus.
You're right, but I'm just saying that, like right now, on BestBuy.com for $230, a 45-inch, I believe.
Okay, what's the inchage on what we're looking at right now though? How big is this TV that we're using?
28.
Okay.
I think.
I think mine downstairs is in the 40s, but I'm not entirely sure.
I think yours is a straight up 40.
Okay.
But
Sock says that the load screens can be nice with hints and how to play and stuff like that. They can be, and like I've said, I need a bathroom break. I need to go and refill my coffee, something like that. I wish we had a loading screen so I could go refill this right now. But my issue is with Red Dead and GTA, you sit there for so damn long in those load screens. It's past the point of helpfulness and into the point of I'm going to take a nap. Like what says 32 if it's the TV I left you. It is the TV you left me. So that's what he says. But it's got the big things. They're probably claiming parts that aren't the screen. So yeah, $249.99
for a 55-inch 4K smart.
Was $400. It's gonna go back up to $400 after all this.
I know, but I'm just making my statement known that for $250 you can get yourself a 4K TV.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah. Sock says maybe it is so I can take a nap and rest my eyes. But if I'm just starting the game, I don't need to rest my eyes yet. And my eyes come off, so I'll put them over here. No, bad joke.
Bad joke.
With the rain and the temperature change, these fog up like fucking crazy now when I'm wearing a mask.
Wow.
I have not had mask fogging issues this entire time until the rain hit.
I pinch my mask underneath my nose, so it's just like I pin that down. And I go, haha, I don't have that problem. And then I go. That's another reason why I kind of trim this down.
So it doesn't filter as much.
it does. It's just where's the air go? But even still, even if you save $20 for a 50-inch, same brand, I mean, I would just say go.
Are you brand loyal with TVs?
Not really. I would prefer a Sony or otherwise, but then again, I've had most brands of TVs over the course of my time between CRT and flat screen.
Mine downstairs is a Sony, and I gotta say the smart TV portion of it, biggest waste of money.
Now hold on, that's because it's what, first, second generation?
TV is now
because now things
probably 4 to 5 years old.
Okay, then that's probably second, third generation.
But it sucked when it came out.
Yeah, now it's much better.
My point is though, with as cheap as Roku's are, Fire Sticks, Google Chromes, a console that you're already gonna own, or just running an HDMI cable.
Yeah.
Calling it a smart TV, not the way to sell me, because the smart part fucking sucks.
You're afraid of it now, is what you're saying.
I'm not afraid of it. I'm just saying it's not a way to sell me on.
Right. But what if I said, oh, hey, this one's a smart TV, $350. I say it's smart TV. You immediately put in your mind that it's going to act slow.
No, they're all smart TV, so it doesn't matter. They're all smart TV. I'm just saying it doesn't. Smart TV is no longer a thing to sell me on.
Gotcha. Okay.
And, like, you could drop the smart part off. We expect them to be smart, and I don't expect it to work.
So
I just need a TV that looks good, sounds good,
plays good. Stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't actually need the smart section. If they were to take the smart section out and save me like $40, you've got me.
Well, that's
same quality TV, just without the smart apps on it.
Believe it or not, it's actually much cheaper to run it with the smart.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because all it is an Arduino with a little not Bluetooth chip, but a Wi-Fi chip, and it makes it so easy.
It's just I'm saying, like, with all the devices people have, the TVs don't need to be smart.
You're right.
It's just it's not a needed thing anymore. I get why they do it, because some people aren't big on the devices, or if you've only got one device in the house and you want another TV in a different room, stuff like that. I get it, but it just doesn't sell me on it now. That's
fair.
It never worked the way it was supposed to.
That is perfect.
The one I've got in my bedroom is a smart TV, and its smart TV apps worked better. That one's not nearly as old. Excuse me, sorry. That one's not nearly as old, and its Netflix apps already stopped working. It just crashes all the time. That one's only about 3 years old.
Yeah. I guess the other thing to mention is...
That's the first time I've seen the bottom of that.
Yeah. what's the phrase? You get what you pay for, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was cheaper TV because it was smaller and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I had the Roku and I have my 360 in there, so I don't need the Netflix anyways.
Right. But it's just still the fact that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just was seeing if it was available for like a
Sock says it's just a label to let you know your TV will come to life and kill you during the robot operates.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It immediately
just shiny metal ass.
It immediately tries to pull up Terminator scenes, but because it's just such crap, it pulls up Ice to See You instead, and you deal with Schwarzenegger, freeze killing you instead of Terminator.
I'm excited for all this.
Yeah. So, are you gonna do a video on it?
I might do a little bit of something for it. I'm just straight up excited because as soon as I plug it into my monitor is 4K. I'm just gonna take a quick gander at Forza Horizon 4 through it. My capture card, however, is not 4K compatible, so I'm gonna have to shrink that back down to 1080. Okay. But I just want to take a look at it, see how things are in 4K, because I've seen 4K gaming. I've seen how some things run in 4K. I just don't think I'm going to keep it at 4K.
Oh, while we're on the subject of technology.
Yes, technology.
Curved TVs and curved monitors.
I love them.
I feel it makes more sense with the monitor because you're closer. The TV.
Okay. TV,
on average, the TV is not sitting that close to me.
See, that's the other thing is if it's 80 inches, it's an 80 curve because it's not going to go 90 degrees or even 180 degrees. It's going to go maybe 60 degrees at most. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to covet the whole thing. From that to the door is about what? 120 inches, maybe a little less.
We'll go with that. I'll act like I know.
Okay. So let's say you have an 80-inch screen. Mm-hmm. It'll curve to fit that area, no problem. Mm-hmm. And then when you look at it, your whole entire periphery will be on each of the edges.
But you're looking at it as if you were doing an 80-inch curved TV in this room.
Right.
The reality is we wouldn't. The 80-inch curved TV would go in the living room, where I am sitting much further from the TV and kind of screws the purpose of the curve.
It doesn't.
I'm saying it makes more sense for monitors over a television.
I think even if I was sitting on the couch, I don't think it would showcase that much of a problem. I think it'd be okay because it's not. I said it's not going to be this way. It's going to be a light curve.
No, it's a light curve. I've seen one in person. Okay. My brother's dad has one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he hates it.
Oh, tell him to give it to us.
I don't think he's going to do that. But
if he hates it,
I didn't spend much time with it, so I didn't really form my own opinion on it. So I was just curious what you thought on.
Oh.
But is there any other tech stuff we want to talk about over here? Or, I mean, we got the big tech thing we want to talk about.
Yeah, we got the big tech we're going to talk about. But I'm super excited. By this time next week, I will have more to talk about. But I am beyond excited for this Series X.
This bastard's getting one before me.
I mean, you get to see it too.
Yeah, you're right. Because you're probably going to bring it over here and we're going to hook it up.
Yeah, we're going to hook it up. We're going to get it all set up so that way we can see.
Let me rephrase that. I'm taking you to get it, so you're going to bring it over here and we're going to hook it up.
Yes. And I mean, dropping $500 on a console, I was like, I need to.
That's big boy money.
That's big boy money. That's adult money. And I did a little bit of soul searching, and Microsoft's being 100% with this. They're saying if there is anything wrong with it, between
we got you.
Yeah, we got you. We are not letting that Xbox 360 fiasco happen again. Apparently, they were doing it with the Xbox One, but I kind of tuned that out because I never had one.
You got yours way late.
Yeah, and I had like third, fourth generation.
Yeah. I mean, mine I think is first generation, and it's still running strong.
Right, and with technology the way things are running nowadays, with the way technology is going nowadays, you have to where the people who make them are backing them up, and apparently, as soon as I buy it, just as long as I hang on to the receipt, the proof of purchase, I will have 2 years.
You're going to photocopy the shit out of that receipt.
Oh, yeah. I will have 2 full years. The other thing is, even if I buy it through Best Buy like I say I'm going to, it has an extended return policy, which goes through January 2nd.
That's the Geek Squad thing, right?
That's the extended holiday return period.
Oh, okay. I thought they were doing something with Geek Squad as well. Scroll down.
Right here. I literally was just talking about it.
That's the extended holiday. There you go. Protect your Xbox through Geek Squad for another 2 years.
Well, that's if I want to, I guess. I'd rather go through Microsoft.
Yeah, well, this says accidental. I think this is if you break it.
Oh.
So don't break it because you're not going to spend $70.
You're right. But the other thing is...
This is if you piss off Socks, she comes all the way out here and picks up your console and throws it out the window.
That works. Okay, yeah, they're trying to promote this kind of thing. I don't think I'm going to do that.
I mean, if anyone puts a fucking drink on top of my console, we fighting.
Yeah. Like, I don't have a kid. I am a kid.
Don't put your drink on top of your console or we fighting. Also, Socks says that she likes the TVs that turn into paintings. I know what she's referring to. Those are kind of cool. I want a TV that looks like a wall. So you don't know what's there.
Oh, you want the one where you just, like, you turn around and boop, and it turns on, and you're just like, haha.
Yeah, there you go. Like, it blends in. Robbers don't know what to steal because they walk in and they go, this fucker just stares at his wall all day.
Yeah. I want the one that's kind of like Iron Man style, where you pull something up on, like, a tablet and you just... it throws it right up, and just cool. Like that.
Socks wants to know if I looks like Walnut. Socks wants to know if I want a projector. I do want a projector, but I do not want a projector as my regular television because I don't want to shut my fucking lights off every time I want to watch something and boot it up and all that stuff. I want to be able to just turn.
I mean,
right now I can tell Alexa to turn on my Xbox. It turns on my TV. She'll launch an app or game for me. I get to be super fucking lazy. If I get the projector, I gotta turn it on. I gotta figure it.
Hold on. That's the other cool thing about that is there's HDMI splitters that one goes to the TV, one goes to a projector. Mm-hmm. If you just flip one switch, it goes from showing what was on the TV over to the projector.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, it's not as... I can see how it could be, but there's ways around.
The projector would be fun for movie nights, though. Yeah. I also want big bag chairs for when we get the projector.
So those are expensive. I know. For no reason.
We have a place out here called Love Sack. Yeah. Okay. It's a beanbag company.
Okay.
They're downtown Summerlin, and they're like hundreds of dollars for just a fucking beanbag.
Hey guys, you want to support us? Go over to geekgrind.com
so that we can buy giant ass beanbag chairs.
Like, I mean, without going into, financial things that we're not allowed to talk about, we're making pretty okay through it. And once again, thank you.
It's not big beanbag chair.
It's not big beanbag chair money, but if we keep getting support and love, we can probably get this thing, and then more movie nights, more reviews, hopefully.
I'm being honest with you. I'm not buying a beanbag chair first with
money. Projector money, yeah.
No, it would be to go and like the chairs in here.
Oh, chairs in here.
Proper soundproofing and maybe like a quiet running fan for the hot times.
Well, I mean, the board kind of cuts that out.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd like something a little bit more directional when it's hot.
Well, for now.
For you. For me, though, I would like something more direct.
I radiate heat and you're complaining.
Yes, I know. That's why I need the fan.
Oh, you're right.
All right. Back to news.
Oh, okay. Ooh. That hit a little different.
This section of my notes hit a little different. Good or bad?
Weird.
Is it cold?
No. It's lukewarm. It's just, when I took that hit...
Well, you still have the bags in. Huh? You're supposed to take the bags out.
You're right.
You're so lazy with your tea.
I am lazy with my tea. I'm supposed to let it steep and take the drink, but...
So I actually have this section labeled as PlayStation bullshit.
Oh, boy.
Look at that router.
Like a fucking router. It looks like a very bad hotel.
I love the size of the heatsink on this thing, and they still need fans on both sides.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start this out. So, your PlayStation 5 won't support 1440p as a native solution. Will you explain that, please?
So 1440 is the basic that is known as 2K. Okay. It is something that's supposed to be able to handle between 4K and 1080. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be what is your menus.
Okay.
So that way things can move a little bit swifter, but apparently they're not going to be able to support that. I'm okay with it, considering they say that 4K native is still going to be on the table, but it may run as performance mode, which means textures will be brought down a little. I don't know the full specifics on that, because I don't like that there's a cinematic mode and a performance mode when Sirius just says, it runs. I don't get it. I don't get why there is a need to make two different styles of like texture wise, one that runs better, but gives you more fluidity, 120 frames, etc., and then one that's 60 frames locked, adds very mild cinematic bars, just so that way it feels more like a movie. I'm like, I get why, but I would just turn it to performance mode and leave it on there, just so that way I have the game at its fullest benefit.
So this thing's $600.
It is.
If you want a game, that's $60. If you want a section, $70. If you want an extra controller, that's $70. So we're at about $140 to start out. 2 players to be told this thing doesn't run at peak performance.
Well, it will run at peak performance. It's just, how do you want your peak performance to look?
No. This thing has been selling me on how good everything's going to look. My peak performance is supposed to look amazing.
That's right.
But it's not going to.
It will to a fine degree.
They're trying to sell me this console on splitting hairs. I'm allowed to fight them by splitting hairs.
That's fine. That's fine. You can split your hairs all you want. I'm just saying that it is going to run as.
Please, I don't have split ends. Come on.
I know it looks fine, but it is supposed to be a console that can push itself to its limits. Sure, it won't run 2K. It'll run 4K, and when it runs 4K, it's very specific on what it wants to do.
Okay.
When it is very specific on what it wants to do, let's say Miles, it has 2 modes, performance, cinematic. You run it cinematic, it cuts things a little bit more back, but makes things look more crisp. You run performance, things run a little bit quicker, but adds a very little bit of jank. I'm not going to say big jank.
Okay.
So you have a whole bunch of here's and there's. Also, thank you for the follow.
We'll move past that for now. Fine. No 1440p as native solution. But at least I get 825 gigs on SSD. Hold on. At least I get 825 gigs SSD. Not quite the 1 terabyte over at Xbox, but Xbox is taking out how much of that 1 terabyte?
149.
Only 149, so that's not bad. Oh, wait a minute. That 825 gigs? Oh, yeah, you only actually get 667 of that on the PlayStation. Well, but then I could just upgrade it.
No, you can't.
With an SSD expandable storage. Oh, wait, Sony has confirmed the PlayStation 5 will not support SSD expandable storage at launch. It is a feature they will roll out later. They have not said when. Sounds to me like it'll be a way to sell the consoles when the holidays have ended.
Sony's kind of shooting themselves in the foot again with this. I'm not trying to back Sony by any way, shape, or form, even though I've got the fucking tattoos on my body to showcase such.
That's what the Geek Grant money will go for. Laser tattoo removal.
I'm not going to go that far. Plus, it's really painful.
It is really painful from my understanding. I've never done it, but from my understanding.
If anything, I would get more tattoos. But
over them.
Over this one, maybe.
Okay.
For those who don't know, that's Killzone. And I love Guerrilla Games. I've loved them forever, but they haven't released anything, and I kind of regret this one. Ever since Shadowfall didn't do so well, I was just like...
So, what you were going to say, though? They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot here.
They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot with all of these things that are now coming to light less than a week before their launch.
Yeah, let's see. They launched on the 12th.
For 5 days. We'll say 5 days.
Most of this came out about a day to 2 ago.
Right.
So about a week before launch, they decided to point out everything you were going to try to sue them for because you pre-ordered this game console, and then turns out it doesn't do anything that you expected it to do. It doesn't really do anything.
Because at the very bottom, with the little asterisk, says, not the final product.
Yep, and now they've come out and told you what the final product is. So they got all those pre-sales from you just to fuck you. Okay, so fine. So I guess I can't do the solid state drive, but I'll plug in a regular one, and I'll back my games up onto there, right? Wrong. At the moment, the PlayStation 5 doesn't support copying save data onto external storage devices. The console is not going to allow moving save files until later on. The only way you can actually have your save files not just on your console is on cloud storage. Yay, cloud storage. Back it up to the cloud. Hey, I'm going to come over to your place and play the PlayStation 5. I got such and such that we can play on our $140 worth of controllers. And we'll play it together. Like, you know what? Let's play the new sock. Oh, wait. That's right. The sock guy's game. What is it?
Sackboy?
Sackboy. Sackboy's game will not be multiplayer at launch. It is not ready. Once that is, though, we'll go and we'll play Sackboy at your place, and because I own it and you don't, we'll just play it. Oh, wait. No, you can't use cloud storage unless you play for PlayStation Plus.
A little bit of trivia. One of the first games I ever recorded with my very first capture card was Little Big Planet.
Mm-hmm. This is a launch title game made in-house that is not ready for launch. Okay.
No Killzone, no Infamous, no nothing. We got Demon Souls. Cool. I like Demon Souls. But don't fucking patronize me.
While we're on Demon Souls, I've got the size right here. Demon Souls is going to run at 105 gigabytes.
That's fine.
Understandable.
That's cool.
While that's Miles.
Oh.
Miles will be running at 105. Demon's actually only going to be 66.
Oh, that's right.
So that puts you at almost
200?
a third of what's left on your console.
You mean
with the first two games?
It uses a third of your.
Yeah, it uses almost a third of your console's internal storage that you can't currently increase. With the first two big releases.
Yep. And meanwhile,
maybe I'll just buy Miles on my other console.
And meanwhile, you want to know the cool thing? You want to know the really cool thing?
Okay.
I can take my external that I have for one, plug it into the series, and it runs as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and your cloud storage is free, by the way.
Oh, am I? Oh, jeez.
Oh, and I do believe supported on the 360 even.
It is. The only thing it's going to do is take the files that I already have on my external and say, hold on, we're going to make this look a little bit better. Yep. Give me I think it's a 35 gigabyte patch just to make it run at 4K. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. I mean, it's a little bit of a patch, but it's not like fucking Warzone.
You got a terabyte already on the console that they're only using 140 of.
You're correct. Now, the only other thing about that is when these games are getting all these patches to upgrade, such as Borderlands 3, Forza, hell, even Crackdown 3.
I don't even think they're going to be patches. I think you're going to download the upgraded version of the game.
That is correct. Well, it takes what's already there and just kind of up-renders in a sense.
Okay, I thought, well, if you're moving your thing over.
Correct.
If you're like me, who's just going to download... I'm going to
download the whole thing?
I'm going to use this as a purge. Because I've got so much already on the other fucking console. There's going to be only specific things I'm going to play on the Series X when I get it.
Okay.
Whatever that is. There'll be things that I still play on my Xbox One. But this is going to be kind of like a purge because I've got a spatial problem.
You do? What is it, a 2 or a 4?
I think it's like a 1.5 because I've got a 1 on the Xbox now. And then I've got the base console. Right. I don't have the upgraded space. So
what is your flux capacitor?
It's a 1.
Oh, it's a 1?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That filled up quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got like 80 games on there.
You're right.
So. And
then meanwhile, I've got the 1 terabyte Xbox too, and I haven't even touched any of that. I should move a couple things from it onto the Xbox because a 4 terabyte external. That's halfway full. I'm just like, I don't need all of it on this, but it's good to have. But the other thing is a 35 gigabyte patch for a game I already own and a game I already like. Well, own Game Pass.
Yeah.
And a game I like just to get up rendered. That's not bad. But what about like Call of Duty where their patches are fucking 90 gigabytes?
That's always been a problem with Call of Duty.
I don't get no.
Call of Duty's always had shit patches for their games.
Well, okay, when it came down to like the stimulus package back in Modern Warfare 2, those were small, 12 gigs at max because it was just the 2 maps and the weapon pack. And then meanwhile, you go up to like Black Ops 2, that would probably be the only one where it was like major upgrades because they were throwing in free maps.
Yeah.
And then after that was Advanced Warfare. That's where it started hurting. But I mean, I'm glad that things are starting to look better, but then they were like, hey, Warzone comes out. Let's 90 something gigabyte patch for the game and for battle mode. I'm literally like, I don't understand where all that space went. But I'm glad I don't play it. I would like to play it. I Battle Royales and me don't get along.
Well, you're going to have the new one from Borderlands anyways. Sock says, are they worried about mods / their OS with not allowing the saves / moving them and external storage. I don't know what they're worried about.
For Sony, they're worried about everything and anything.
Except their security.
But then meanwhile, you've got people over at Microsoft who are already kind of like whispering that, hey, you can actually run Windows 10 on the series. And I'm like,
it's not officially.
It's not official,
stated,
but the fact of the matter that it could potentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. If you could put Steam on a series, you have yourself a base computer.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, they're not officially going to sanction that because they still want you to buy computers.
That is correct.
So the breakdown is Sony is not going to support SSD expandable storage at the current moment. They are going to take almost 200 gigabytes from your current storage on the console.
Yep.
They are not going to be able to run 1440p native. I think
I know where you're confused with this.
What?
I think 1440 is 2K.
Yes, it's 2K. It's the middle ground. I understand.
Okay.
From 180 to 4. No, I understand.
Okay.
My point is why is that so difficult for your console to do?
There is
for $600. Why is that so difficult for your console to do?
There are certain games that can push that kind of potential. But
is it because you spent too much time on the heatsink?
You mean the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I could see why this would be considered an issue, but at the same time, I can also see why developers or even Sony themselves are saying this is not a place we should push. Because let's say you have an aspect, 1080.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good, looks crisp, but you have textures that can run at 4K.
Okay.
If you want to run it at 2K, which is about middle between the two, there's a little bit of space toward 1080, it may cause pixelization.
Mm-hmm.
It may cause graininess. Very little, but enough to notice between 1080 and 1440. Or, between 1440 and there. You'll notice that there's a little bit of stretch.
Okay.
Because it's a false.
Okay.
Some game developers have called it a false type of ratio. I think that it's not one that would be more commonly used.
What is running on this console that can't handle going to 1440, considering it is not a backwards compatible console?
You're correct. I don't know. I wish I can give you a better
The
answer.
Xbox is going backwards compatible all the way to the original Xbox, and their answer to things like this problem is we're working on the coding of the game. We're working on how the console reacts to reading that game so that it runs that game at that game's best possibility.
Right.
PlayStation is only doing about 10,000 PlayStation 4 games, and then anything you buy that's old in the marketplace, and then what is supposed to be blowing you away PlayStation 5 games and can't run at 1440 native.
That's fine.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's not supposed to, because I guess that's not their focus. Their focus is 4K gaming. Bam! They want that 4K. If you have a Sony TV that runs 4K, hey, guess what? It looks even better on that. They're trying to promote within themselves. They're trying to keep their numbers high.
Have we had an answer yet as to whether or not Demon's Souls will actually be able to run at 60 frames?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be 4K compatible, 60 frames. It looks beautiful. I have no problem with even on the PS3, the fucking game was beyond.
Oh, sorry, no, it wasn't Demon. It was Bloodborne. That's the one I was thinking.
Oh, Bloodborne. No.
Do we have an answer on that?
We don't have an answer on Bloodborne.
Yeah. So because
Miyazaki is apparently the one holding that.
Whatever.
Not Ghibli, Miyazaki, other Miyazaki, Souls.
So the wrap up is right now they're holding on the SSD expand. We'll get to them in just a second.
I know.
We're only getting 667 of our 825.
That's right.
Where the 1440 can't run that native. Then we've got the fact that their launch title in-house game won't be ready. They're going to launch it, but it's not the full fucking thing. No multiplayer. I don't know how they're going to sell all those controllers then.
Well, wait,
it doesn't.
Is it online multiplayer or is it?
It's online.
Okay, so you could still sell the controllers.
I think it might have a LAN, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Or not LAN, but couch co-op. I'm not sure though.
Okay.
There's the no copying to an external, which also kind of makes sense considering you can't even do the SSD. Oh, and if you didn't pre-order it because you're not swimming in money and you've been saving up for this game, I'm gonna go buy it on the 12th when this game comes out. The consoles will not be in store. If you've pre-ordered the game, you can go, not the game, the console, you can go and pick it up and store it. They will be there. But if you want to buy the game on 12th, you have to buy it online and then wait for yours to be ready. They say it's to protect people from COVID. They're saying stay home, stay safe, and I preach that message. I understand that.
That bottom one. It's like Apple, but for consoles.
Well, I mean, yeah, the new iPhone doesn't even come with the damn block to charge the phone.
It's because it's all because they're thinking that,
I have one, not the 12, but I have an iPhone, and I think that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you guys are upgrading, so you already have all the stuff that you need.
You know what the cord that came with this goes to? USB fucking C. You know why? Because they released a fucking laptop that only has USB-C because they thought that was a good fucking idea.
Now, don't get me wrong, it is a good idea because it does load quicker because it has...
The only thing I own that runs off of USB-C is this fucking phone.
Oh, you're right.
I don't own a single thing that requires USB-C. And this doesn't even require it. You can still use regular USB as long as it goes to lightning cable.
Right. Oh, man.
Back to Sony, so I can finish this up real quick.
Sony.
Spider-Man.
I'm gonna teach his lesson, old man.
Spider-Man and Miles Morales, which is a game that I want, and I will buy for my PlayStation 4, not my PlayStation 5, because I will not be getting a PlayStation 5 anytime soon. The 105 gigabyte game is 8 hours long. 18 if you stop and look at everything. But for the base game, average person who's not doing a speedrun is averaging about 8 to 8.5 hours.
That's not too bad.
No, it should.
And it's not going to be that much on the PS4.
Yeah, it is cheaper on the PS4 versus the 70 that is for some reason over on the the PlayStation 5. Yes. It looks like an S. And then one last thing to anybody that thought I'm going to sell my PlayStation 4 to buy my PlayStation 5. Remember, you have things on that you may not be able to play because Konami has officially removed compatibility for PT on the PlayStation 5. So if you own it on your PlayStation 4 and have been like, oh, this is my golden child, I can't get rid of this thing. It's even more true now because now you cannot move it to your 5. I can't see the chat, by the way.
I know. Oh, goddamn, every time I switch scenes. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. There we go. So hold on. So let me bring it in a little bit. So we have a console that does nothing beneficial for you.
Mm-hmm.
Over under. Except for play 2 games that you might be excited for. And if you have PlayStation Plus, which now includes PlayStation Now, you have all your Sony favorites, mm-hmm. some of which may not even bump up, such as God of War.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a reason.
To spend $700.
Or even $500 for the digital version.
Or even $500 for the digital, yeah.
Now,
especially considering there's no need to buy the disc one, considering your discs won't work.
Correct.
Or most of them.
Most of them. They say that it's starting off. But moving on, I'm going to ignore that.
Okay.
Let's say with PlayStation Now, it is a streaming service. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it has Bloodborne on it.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. That means that it should potentially roll over.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to run better on the PS5. If it showcases that, it will gain so much respect.
I'm setting $500 to $600. It better run better.
Now, the other thing that I was going to point toward is with Konami pulling PT off, I hope that they're doing something with this. If they are pulling something in a response, I want to know the reasoning. Like if they're pulling PT off to do another Silent Hills push, I'm number one curious to know where they're running with that. Number two, I want to know how they're going to produce this. I want more from Konami that isn't disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Because as me and you both know, I hate Konami now.
Yeah, what was the last thing they pushed anyways, other than the fucking Pachinko machine?
Other card games. They've been pushing
So this company owns Silent Hill.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
They own Metal Gear.
I don't know if you heard me, but Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh. People still play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, you'd be surprised, dude. The mobile game making money.
I mean, I'm not trying to knock it. I haven't heard about Yu-Gi-Oh in years. I still hear about Magic. They got new pirates playing Magic, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. I still hear about Magic. Hearthstone's releasing new shit. Gwent's a thing. It's crap on the phone compared to in the game. Pokemon's making a comeback and whatnot. I can't remember the last time I heard anything about Yu-Gi-Oh. That's insane.
Yeah. 2.035 million people have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And it's on its 3rd anniversary. And people are giving it 5 stars. It's got a 4.4 average with those 2 million reviews.
They do kind of look like the Pixar lamp, don't they? Or mics.
Oh.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Get a little ball and crush it.
But I mean, let's see. What does Konami own? Konami games. I know it's Contra, Frogger, Metal Gear, but Metal Gear is technically in a weird stasis because if you don't have the writer behind it, you make garbage.
Yeah. Such
as Acid. Acid was not written by Kojima, and I didn't mind Acid. Revengeance was fine, but it wasn't Kojima's story, but he was fine with it, and it was an okay game. There's another Metal Gear that wasn't Kojima based.
The point is they're not doing anything.
No.
No.
Football.
Also, chat says both consoles are just investments for box that has PC features and promises games released on them to run smoothly. I mean, yes and no. It's kind of one of those things of I could invest in, getting a PC running and whatnot. But there's a lot that I, as a console person, enjoy from my console. But at no point has Xbox made me feel like I have to buy their console. PlayStation has pretty much gone, buy our console, or otherwise you don't get to play shit. Oh, and all of our exclusives we aren't releasing on PC because we want you to buy our console.
But those that we are releasing on PC will be released a year later.
What is it? God something. Or
Godfall?
Is it Godfall? Mm-hmm. There's a new one that's supposed to be coming out that they apparently locked in for at least 3 months as exclusively to PlayStation.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't know about everyone else, but I find it really satisfying when streamers read their comments. You're welcome. Sorry, I just read that whole bottom part of it, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, we read them sometimes, and sometimes we respond to them. Yay, thank you.
I mean, they have Castlevania, too. And they're working on the Netflix. I think they got third season.
Yeah, third season, but how involved are they with that? Or do they just go, yeah, Netflix, send us the money?
Okay, if Konami is to make 3 things to bring them back.
Pachinko machine.
If it is a Pachinko machine, so be it. But they need new Silent Hill. That would be the front runner. Yeah. That'd be the ace in the hole. Considering
I don't even know if it's worth them for them to go to Metal Gear because people will know it's not Kojima.
Metal Gear, don't care about Metal Gear. I can't care about Metal Gear.
Okay.
Second one is another Yu-Gi-Oh push, as far as just because 2019 they had a Switch release
for Legacy.
And it did well.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I'm mentioning it.
Mm-hmm.
The third thing, and follow me on this, is a Castlevania game.
Yeah, no, we've got to get a new Castlevania game.
That's the if, ands, or buts. There's no other way that they could push anything else. Contra, maybe? We had another one, Rogue Core, right there.
That doesn't look great.
It doesn't look great. With a 6 out of 10 on Steam and a 4 out of 10 on IGN.com with a 48% on
Can you give me some more images of the actual gameplay images? I want to know what this game looks like, because that's just not looking good in that image. This was released in 2019?
Yeah.
Is this just a re-render of a previous game?
Oh, that looks terrible. I don't know
what
if that's
the hell
it.
is Konami doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
A top-down?
Yeah, Rogue Corps, Nintendo Switch. Okay.
Oh. Konami, I need you to fix yourself, please. You have so much potential.
Sell Silent Hill to Sony like you were talking. Sell Metal Gear 2 because no one cares anymore because Kojima's not part of it. Sell everything else off and just be the fucking slot machine company you want to be. We live in Vegas. There's a Konami building out here that all they do is work on fucking slot machines.
That is correct. They have the LED touchscreen big ones, and right out front, they literally have a few free-to-play ones that you could just fucking go up to and just tip-a-tap. I don't know if you can thanks to the CV, but...
Yeah. I feel like it's a wasted company nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about this.
Okay, let me bring it up for everybody. Hold on, I gotta click a whole bunch of stuff now.
Clickety-click. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we live out in Vegas.
Exploding. Yeah, we live in Vegas. We're not hiding it. It's a big enough town. Try and fund me. No, please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah, don't do that.
Things are already difficult, man.
All right, so how do I say it? Kerbal. Kerbal Space. I kept calling it Keebler earlier.
Keebler Space Program 2.
Kerbal Space Program 2 has been delayed again. Take-Two Interactive announced that the second financial quarter report, in the second financial quarter report, that this game was going to be delayed. The original delay was due to the virus. But they're saying that it's frustrating, especially considering that this isn't the first time they've had to adjust their schedule. They knew that taking on a technical and creative challenge when they were starting the project, and they've heard time and again from the community that quality is paramount, and they feel the same way.
Okay. Now, the reason why I'm okay with that exact way that they're trying to run damage control in this situation is that they're saying, we're nowhere near ready.
Mm-hmm.
We sent out a trailer as a teaser. We weren't saying that it's going to be anytime soon. We sent out a timeline. We never really stuck to it because they did say just late 2021. They never really stated that would be a lockdown for it. I'm okay with it.
But I'm wondering if this kind of goes to show what happens, because this was Take-Two had acquired the game from the previous company.
Take-Two.
That's the company that's working on this.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Take-Two did.
I don't know. But so I'm wondering if that kind of goes to show you how things are there. They acquired it back in 2017. They dropped the trailer and announcement for the sequel in 2019. They have blamed the virus for the delay of the original timeline of late 2021, but they've pushed it from being anywhere from April 2022 to March 2023.
That's a bit of a distance.
That's a big ass gap. How you don't know where your game's at, yet you felt okay to say something about it back in 2019.
But it's just like Romero said back in 1996 for Quake. Yeah, it's done when it's done.
All right. Okay, it's done when it's done is one thing. Putting out a date that you're nowhere near getting is a different thing. Just to push that date back twice. They never should have put a date, is my point.
They never should have put a date. You're right. But saying it's done when it's done makes people... It puts that seed in their mind where, wait, are you guys even working on it?
Cyberpunk.
I mean, if they had said it, I would have felt much better, but I don't know.
Yeah. Now, it's such a push.
It is a huge push.
I didn't play the first game. I know a lot of people love it, so this isn't really something that affects me directly. But I feel bad for anyone that's been anticipating this whole time, because it feels like a slap in the face. Like, we didn't get our shit together to meet our deadline. Yeah, we can blame the virus because the virus hit in February. We were saying late 2021, but did it really set you guys back that far?
Change. You're right. It is a bit strong for them to say that, but at the same time, this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. I just hope that with this adds in more physics engine stuff, some more quality of life changes.
You know what bothers me the most about this? It won't come out until 2022 or 2023.
Okay.
Scroll back down. Keep going. A little bit further. Right there. Those are still the consoles they're saying it's going to release on with their updated. First of all, they haven't even updated their website to feature the 2022-2023. But in their announcement, they still said PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. So you're pushing the game by a full year. This game probably won't release until the next-gen consoles have already been out for a year to two. And you're telling me that you can't even get them on next-gen consoles. PC, fine. I mean, you upgrade your PCs all the time, yada, yada, yada. Or you don't, because it's a game that can run on the current PC, so it won't matter what you have.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
But you can't update it for the PlayStation, from the PlayStation 4 to the 5 or the Xbox. Even if you just lie and say it's better. And just put it out there the same way it was going to be.
I mean, yeah, it's literally just a space simulator thing.
Sorry, we missed a lot in the chat.
Don't read out loud.
Don't read out loud?
Don't read out loud.
Okay. That was a complaint? I thought it was like a please read out loud.
No. Well, this right here, don't read out loud.
Oh.
But moving over to other things that are getting kind of a re-release that I'm shocked is Mass Effect got an announcement for both a Legendary Edition, which comes with 1, 2, and 3, and it's all up-rendered for the new consoles, as well as a brand new game that has been announced.
Yeah.
I don't. Does it have a title? I didn't see a title.
I'm double checking right now. So they say it's in early development. That came from Casey Hudson, the general manager, in a blog post celebrating N7 Day. No, it just says it's in the Mass Effect universe. They say they're still in the early stages of the project and can't say any more just yet. So, but they say that they are looking forward to sharing our vision of where we'll be going next. So that tells me
it's going to be better than Andromeda.
I mean, is that hard to do?
Yeah, I mean, Andromeda wasn't bad.
Let me rephrase that. Is it really hard to do anything better once you did 3?
3 was just received badly. I don't think it was bad in total.
It was a bad choice. It was a very bad choice.
It was a very bad choice.
BioWare royally screwed up. A company that builds their entire thing on what you do matters, just to tell you 3 games in, what you do actually doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. It's just like The Witcher in Witcher 3 just saying, none of the stuff that happened in the first 2 games matter. The books don't matter. The points don't matter.
Well, no, you get to tell them what you did. In the beginning of 3.
I know, but I'm just saying it's like that.
Yeah, if it were to do that, it would just, okay. I see what you're saying.
I mean, to say things and then blatantly turn around and motion it, I get problems arise, and I get that, CV has not been a big helper of this, but at the same time, keeping your audience notified and saying, this is our progress, this is our roadmap, that would be good. But having something that they're like, we don't know how to really convey that roadmap to you guys is another.
It's been 10 months since, because we're talking about Kiva, right?
Either or.
Okay. It's been 10 months. Well, I'm not mad at Mass Effect for not giving us more. They're not ready to give us more.
Oh, I meant and from 3 to Andromeda, but okay.
Okay. But with the Kevlar thing, going 10 months without telling anyone that you're going to delay the fucking game.
Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they straight up didn't know. Maybe they actually
10 months of not realizing you're behind schedule? Your company should be shut down. Because you don't know what the hell you're doing if you go 10 months without realizing you're behind schedule. Would you say your boss had the right to be fired if they didn't realize that their store was empty for 10 months?
You're right. But then again, I think even the consumer would acknowledge this. And
consumers should have acknowledged that they hadn't heard anything on the damn game for 10 months. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then to be lazy enough not to even update your own website.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. You are 100% correct. I don't know. I'm not going to... As I said, I'm not going to tax them on this.
Oh yeah, like Sox just said, give your fan base a Twitter video showing that they can pet the dog.
Oh,
and they'll be good for 8 months.
Oh, pretty much. Fucking as soon as Ghost of Tsushima, their fucking... Their
the dog
sales,
army.
Their sales went up.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. You pet a dog, you instantly get a award-winning game.
Pretty much. That or make your horse's testicles react to the weather.
I don't like Red Dead. Okay.
I liked Red Dead 2. I thought it was bullshit that it fucking clinched everything so damn bad. Look how great the game looks because we made the environment so great and your horse's balls react to the weather. We have not upgraded the shooting.
Stop saying that?
We have not upgraded the aiming in these games since we bought the fucking franchise of GTA. But we made your horse's balls react to the weather. Give us awards.
I don't want to talk about horse balls anymore, please. I'm not even talking about them, and I don't want to talk about them.
You know I'm right.
I mean, can you say other parts of the game look good? Can you say other
parts of it?
Other human interactions look good?
Sure. I mean, you can't pet the dog.
You can't.
You can.
Oh, can. Okay.
You can pet the dog. I'll give it that.
Then you get one more.
I'm just saying that we're so enamored by how beautiful this game was, and by the fact that your horse crapped on you at your camp, that we ignored the fact that they haven't upgraded the shooting style. In how many games?
Okay. Personally, I don't mind that kind of aiming, just because I'm used to the over-the-shoulder type of...
It's not so much that, it's more that a game that is going to be so dependent on your shooting because you have things like doing the duels and drawing and whatnot, and you have eagle eye and whatnot. Sometimes the eagle eye fucking sucks to use because it is a bitch to get that marker on the right spot in a game that is very specific about you better hunt these animals right, otherwise you're not going to get shit for material.
Oh, okay. I never really got to that part, but I don't know. I need to get into Red Dead Redemption 2, but that's gonna be probably in the short distance of time.
Okay, whatever. We've got 2 last things. I'll do my one small thing, then we can do the big one.
Okay.
Tenet, the movie that it's big to the fans.
It's big to the fans.
It's big to the fans.
That's big to the fans.
Tenet, the movie that we still don't know what the fuck it's about, that kind of hit theaters, will officially be available to be purchased for home video, for DVD, Blu-ray, digital, December 15th.
Cool.
I might rent it because I still don't know what the fuck this movie is about.
Really?
I didn't get spoiled, and the trailers don't explain anything.
It's an espionage.
I know it's an espionage, but
oh, there was nothing like you.
The boats are going backwards, but everyone else is going forwards. What the fuck is this movie about?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was a weird sell, but yeah. So that was my last little thing. We can.
But up shoe news. So Adidas has released a few types of Cyberpunk 2077 shoes. Holy crap!
They'll release before the game.
They will release before the game. So
wait. Do you think the shoes get delayed? Sorry, the soles aren't ready.
Have a good night, everybody. Remember to follow us on
the Aglex. They kind of fray.
Yeah. I like them all. They all look great. These are the ninja shoes we talked about earlier. But here's the other Cyberpunk ones. I like these ones more.
Those are kind of
nice. These are all runners. I forget their name. Hold on. I can't find. This is not the article I had originally. I apologize.
Yeah, he had a bit of an issue because he didn't launch his notes before he left his house.
Yeah.
So when we got here, his notes were not ready.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But even still, they're all runners. They look nice. I am keen for it. They have a price tag of, I believe, $130. $190 for the red, $190 for the yellow and black, $130 for. Hang on, did I get wrong news on that one too? Oh, and there's more. I like those.
I don't like the gold. I mean, it works for why they're doing it.
I've used another website, but I had them on. I had them on another one.
We normally use Sneaker News.
We usually use Sneaker News, but Sneaker News didn't have these.
Yeah.
But I will check Hypebeast Twitter just so that way I can get it well rounded. Boop. Sorry about this. A little bit of dead air.
No, I mean, I'll sit here and make stuttering noises.
Yeah,
there we go. 190 to 250.
190 to 250, but it's not going to be released in the States.
I was joking, but it literally will be out before the game.
Oh, yeah, November 11th.
I didn't think I was going to be serious about that. I figured they would probably have launched, right around the game, let everyone get hyped about playing the game, and then go and get the new material.
But do you want to know the other thing?
The other thing?
Not to be released in the States.
I mean, we get a lot of shoes that aren't released in the States for some reason. The reality is, shoes fit feet no matter where you are in the world. Yeah. Just buy them online and have them shipped to you.
Ooh, look at those. I like the black and...
That's what people should do. People should own companies that you contact, and they buy the things that you can't buy.
They do have that.
Oh, well then there you go.
It's just overly expensive.
Yeah, but the person that's going to be buying shoes overseas isn't going to expect to get them like they're buying them at fucking Payless. Did I just date myself by using Payless?
Yes. Considering, are they done?
Oh, they're gone.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Payless is gone. We covered it on here because of shoe news.
You're right. Amazon does do a few things. eBay does a lot. Etsy does here and there.
People aren't supposed to be selling things that they didn't create on Etsy, though. I don't know how they keep getting away with it.
So here's the interesting thing. The creators of Among Us, the popular mobile / PC game, has come out and said, we're going to make our own merchandise line. Just give us a little bit. And people on Etsy just blew up and started making products of Among Us, and the creators going, what are you guys doing?
I mean, send them a cease and desist. So people are gonna do it.
Yeah.
It'll continue having. You know how many things when cons finally open back up, you realize how many Among Us things we're gonna see. I went to Dutch Bros during Halloween, and they decorated the Dutch Bros like Among Us.
Now hold on, fan art fine, decoration it's not gonna get. It's not.
I'm just saying how big it is. Not that they should get a cease and desist. That's perfectly fine.
Okay. But selling licensed material
happens all the time.
Yeah, happens all the time. But it needs to stop.
Well, that's why DC sends those guys. DC will actually send guys that walk down Artist Alley and hand out cease and desist to all the people doing all the superhero shit.
Yeah. Let's just go straight for what I like. D&D enamel pens.
Yep.
All of these created by people, and they look great.
Yep.
I've purchased fucking 30.
For what?
Shut up.
It's a valid question. Okay, I like the beholder that's all like sparkly and like look at me and that's great.
This is Critical Role. This is Caleb. It is a fan art that someone has drawn out and decided to release. And
technically, though, despite it being fan art, it is an owned thing. Just because you do a fan art version does not mean it's not licensed material.
That's correct.
So technically, this falls in the same thing as the Among Us. Yeah. I'm not saying this is wrong.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying it's up to Critical Role to decide whether or not this is wrong.
No. And I don't think that they're going to, considering
they're nice people.
They are very nice people. They don't care. But having the people of Among Us, like I literally bought this pen right here. I have this pen at home.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It signifies what a bard is and all that. But none of this.
A goofy smiling guy. I think it looks like a goofy smile.
Oh, it kind of does. Oh, it kind of does. Yeah.
You own the pen and you never realized?
No, I never saw it from this far back. Also, but like none of this is licensed material.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they mean by like.
I know what they mean.
Well, I'm kind of.
My point was. Selling the shoes on Etsy technically isn't right. I do like that one though because it's the waffle and it's D&D stuff, so it's like it's obviously Stranger Things without actually ripping anything Stranger Things off.
I'm in need of a break.
Some of these are terrible.
Yeah, some of these are terrible. Oh,
11. No. Okay, so so the chat's asking me if say my 6-year-old brother draws a creeper, does Microsoft own it? No. They don't own it. Now, if your 6-year-old brother decides he's going to put it on t-shirts and sell it, they have the right to tell them to stop. Okay. They don't have the right to take the money. They don't have the right to take the merchandise. They have the right to tell them to stop. Oh. That's the difference.
Wow, there's a lot more pins on here than I last remember. Oh my god.
I don't even know the process of making the pin. I'm going to have to watch that episode, how it's made.
How to do it. How enamel pins are made?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not because I'm going to do it, just because I'm curious.
Just because I own a lot of pins from them. Demos Doisy Demos has a pretty nice shop. I've purchased a buttload from them. I have this Dungeon Master one. I have the Warlock one. I have the 24 Strength. I have this one on my lanyard at work.
The chat's also saying that a lot of companies only target people that are making good money off of selling them. That's true too. I've also heard of companies that just ask that you make them all limited run. I've heard of that before. A
limited run would be nice.
Do a limited run, we'll allow that. But if you're going to be doing thousands of these, hundreds of thousands of these, that's when it starts to become like, okay, chill.
Yeah, an enamel coin. Those are nice to feel. Those are nice to have. You flip it or you use it as your token.
Throw it at the DM because he killed you.
That sounds a little salty, but okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. It wasn't like my head was bit off and, my brain eaten by a mind flare.
Wait, mind flares don't have teeth, though.
Either way, my brain was eaten. That was my point.
Oh. I have this Warlock one. I like the Warlock one. It looks super nice. Like it has
I'm miles away, buddy. My for anyone that's curious, my DM's in the chat.
Yeah, that's why I said use a little bit.
Go ahead and wrap this up though. So yeah, that's the Sunday cast, and hopefully people like the new time and the new channel name.
Yeah,
same channel. Like I said, your subscriptions still carry over.
Yep, subscribe.
And just a reminder to anyone that's using the subscription from Amazon Prime, we appreciate it, but you do have to re-up it every month if you still want to be subscribed to us. If you want to use it for someone else, we support that too. Go support other Twitch channels. We understand that. But if you were hoping to do that, it's you have to reactivate it every month. That one doesn't stay activated.
No, it doesn't.
So the last thing here is going to be Humble Choice because we want to, or Humble Bundle, because we want to show some love to some charities.
Yes. this month, if you do the classic set, you get all the games that are on this list that I'm going to go over real quick. I might a little bit later on.
That's a thing to the chat.
That thing to the chat. But the humble choice gets you Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is Yakuza 2, which is one of my favorite of the Yakuza. I still prefer 5. Darksiders 3. I forget what this one is. But Crying Suns, Darkest Burg, Little Misfortune, Smile for Me, Darkwood. Heavily recommend that one. It is a top-down isometric. Take Zelda, but you play as an old man that isn't supposed to be adventuring in any way, shape, or form in this eldritch horror style where you don't even know if you're dreaming or not.
That's where the coin drops. It's eldritch horror. He immediately loves it.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
He gave Sinking Cities way too many chances.
I gave it 3 chances, which was
3 too many.
1 too many. Siak, which is a nice little point-and-click adventure that goes back to the old point-and-click adventure roots. Rover Mechanic Simulator, which I did take a quick peek at. It's not too bad. It's a goofy little thing, but people are already doing the Mars rover jokes of my battery is dying. It's getting cold. I'm like, come on, guys.
Okay, those weren't jokes though. That was sad.
That was super sad.
Screw those people.
Yeah. Europa, which is a nice little bubbly jump around game, and Townsman, which is a town simulator.
I like simulators.
I don't know what that top right one is. I will have to take a quick peek. It doesn't show all the games down here.
Now, when you do humble choice like this, you get to pick all of them or 6 of them.
If you choose the classic, I think it's the classic or hang on, I'm working on it. Premium.
Okay.
It says it choose 9 games every month, but I believe this is the last month where you will get all 12.
Okay. And this basically supports charity of your choice when you do it this way.
Correct.
And then they've got the regular bundles that support specific charities.
Yes.
And then also your charity of choice sometimes.
Yep. And it even gives you a link to...
Yeah, that is really a bad logo. You cannot read that at all.
What?
On that game that you can't figure out.
Yeah. That
is like a terrible logo. Can you zoom in?
Oh, yeah. I can zoom in. Whoa. Imperpetuum.
Yeah, fuck that.
Imperatorum. Let's see what that...
Someone at their design studio...
Yeah, it is Imperatorum.
...needs to talk to them. It's even kind of crappy. That's better.
That's much better. It's much more bold and golden. But this looks like a Risk-style game. I didn't remember seeing this. I might have just glossed over it and kind of ignored it when I was looking at Darkwood. Because as soon as I noticed Darkwood, I was already gone. Let's see, any screenshots? Oh, you're just literally just taking over old ancient Egypt and all that. Okay. Cool. I mean,
it's very Roman then.
Yeah, very Roman. That's very Roman of you.
But, all right, well that's it though. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell a friend, tell an enemy. You can follow us on our individual Twitters, or on the Ugly Mugs Twitter as well. And is there anything else? Just go use that Geek Grind thing.
Go get Geek Grind. Go get you some Humble.
Those guys there.
Those guys there, and those guys behind Quinn. Oh,
behind Quinn. you screwed up this time. Normally it's just me.
Or if you just want to support us directly, do follow us and subscribe to us. Every little bit is beneficial and gets us a little bit closer to where we want to be. And we got no one to thank but you.
Be sure to check back on this channel randomly, and that's why you want to subscribe, because it'll let you know when. Because he does do some gaming on here. What was the last thing you did?
I did some Genshin dailies, and I got super salty because I was fighting something that was just beat my ass.
I thought you did Wang.
Oh, I did it for like 2 minutes before I was like, my salt carried over.
Gotcha. All right. And Socks is trying to help me out with the puns here. She says, Q, you don't have to press for every coffee pun. Some of them should flow freely, or they might become bitter. I actually had a pun though.
But to be fair, that was good.
That was good.
It was a 3-piece egg roll right there.
A 3-piece what?
3-piece egg roll.
Okay. My pun is just very simple. Be sure to keep both your feet grounded.
Okay. Prefer Soxes, but... Okay.
Bite me!
No.
Bye, everyone.
You can't pay me enough.
End the stream.